Welcome back to the Airborne Podcast. This is another episode of the Late Night Raptors Recap. I'm your host, Ajit. We got Big Boy Bravster to the left of me, and we got Thanos at the bottom. Don't know which angle you're going to see us at, but, I mean, for me, those are the angles. The Raptors come out with the big W against the Houston Rockets. Even with 6 people out, 5 people in the coaching staff, and Pascal Siakam not playing today, the Raptors were able to get the W 122-111, give Houston the 10th straight loss. And we had 3 big boy players on our team that led the way, starting off with our main player, Kyle Lowry, another triple-double, 16 for his career as a Raptor. And he had, 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. And he led the way. He was a star player. Every time there's a play on the other end that Houston, was trying to pick up momentum, Lowry hit him with the big 3. And, Norman Powell wasn't a slump himself. He led the way with 30 points. And Van Vliet, I think, had 22 or something, right? Or 25?
25.
Yeah, Van Vliet had 25. So, yeah, take it away, Bravs. Tell me what you thought about the big 3 for the Raptors tonight.
Huge. That was a triple-headed dragon.
A 3-headed monster.
3-headed monster, whatever you want to call it, yo.
And Norman Powell definitely, I think the only person in the starting line, the only person in the starting lineup that really didn't get it going, actually 2 people, was Chris Boucher and OG Anunoby. Luckily, the other 3 were there to pick up the slack, so it didn't look as bad because we got the W. We ended our 2 games a little skid with losses against Philadelphia and the Miami Heat. And all in all, I thought this game from start to finish was pretty solid. And the Raptors really didn't look like, there's any type of scare where they'd give up the lead or lose the game at any point in time in the 4 quarters.
I don't know. I was kind of scared in the third, though. In the third, I think was it third or was it fourth? I can't remember where.
I feel like it was a fourth. It was a fourth quarter.
We had a 20-point lead, and it went down to 6. And I was kind of tripping out. I'm like, yo, this is the Raptors. I know they always panic. They always give up. I was having those thoughts in my head. I'm like, shoot, we went from 20 points to 6 points. I think Eric Gordon got hot, and someone else got hot during that run. But I was panicking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was panicking.
It was Oladipo. It was Oladipo and Eric Gordon.
Yeah, Oladipo and Eric Gordon. I was panicking. Inside, I'm like, fuck. Oh, sorry. I'm like, shit.
Talking about shit. Kyle Lowry's little post-game thing where he said that post-game it was about, they're talking about it going viral because he was saying how, the Raptors professionalism, showed up in this game because no matter how many people were out, they were still able to keep the group as a collective unit and still able to pull the W, regardless whether they had a disadvantage or not. And, Sergio, who stepped in as a head coach, got his first victory, probably got the game ball. And he did a solid job. I didn't think there was any difference in the coaching. I felt like the players definitely helped him, especially with the, leaders like Lowry and Van Vliet on the court, kind of just, basically mimicking what Sergio says on the bench to them on the floor. But yeah.
And before Nugent goes, off camera, we were talking about, we all thought that Kyle Lowry was going to be today's player coach. We thought Kyle Lowry was going to coach. It would have been dope if it was him.
But Bobby Webster, when he did a press conference earlier, he said that there's something in the CBA rules where you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why he wasn't able to do it. But all in all, I think, Houston, even with James Harden's departure, Chris Paul not being there, and even Westbrook being out the door, Capella being traded last season, they're still somehow, for some reason, even with the new coach, even with D'Antoni gone and Steven Silas coming in, they're still doing the small ball thing. Obviously, they don't have any bigs. They released DeMarcus Cousins. Christian Wood is still out with the ankle injury. And I felt like Aaron Baines at moments looked pretty good out there, abusing the smaller boys. Looked like a man amongst boys in certain places.
He did solid, but I from what I saw in the game, it was all in all a good game. I just felt like at time like what Browse was saying at the fourth quarter kind of tripped me out a bit.
Mm.
I feel like I don't know why every like certain like there's like the past few games they've been like at least there's always been one quarter that they always have a drought in,
Mm.
and I feel like they need to fix that because
Yeah.
it's not good, right?
Well,
But
they didn't start before you continue your
yeah,
point.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Pascal wasn't there today either, so that was
yeah.
one of our scoring options.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like this
mean,
would have been a perfect matchup for him.
yeah, 100%. And Houston couldn't make a three for the life in the first like two quarters or three.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Larry pretty much set the tone, like you said. He pretty much thing, and Norman was pretty much all three of them were pretty much the offensive threat, but Norman was leading the way.
Yeah.
Van Vliet was getting cookies.
Mhm.
Like man's gonna be for first team all defense. I hope. I wished I was hoping Boucher would do much better because he got what 27 minutes tonight and he only got 7 points, 8 rebounds and 2 assists and 3 blocks. That's one good thing. But
This was his matchup, yo.
yeah, like they were playing small ball too. Like he could have done his thing in that game.
Yeah, because PJ Tucker was playing the 5 to start the game, and was inserted into the starting lineup, so he could abuse them. But you know, but PJ Tucker, even though he's not like height wise a big dude, he's
like Larry. He's like a dog.
Yeah, he can. He's a dog.
And to your point about the first team all defense, you think Van Vliet deserves it?
100%.
I think he does. I think he does.
I think he deserves a defensive nod in one of the cases, but I think based on him getting snubbed in the All-Star game, I don't think he's going to get higher than maybe a third team.
I would be okay with him getting a nod.
Not third team, sorry, second team all defense. I don't think he'll get first team.
No, I mean I wouldn't mind him getting a nod by somebody, but like I'm hoping he gets.
I mean,
he deserves it.
At least by someone, you know.
Yeah, for something he needs to get recognized for something because like he got snubbed for this All-Star game.
For sure, not just that. I think he's leading the way in steals, right? I think him and OG are like
popping.
Yeah. Well, Kev, I wanted to talk about the All-Star thing for a second before you continue your point, Bravs. So basically, Kevin Durant has been it's been confirmed that he's not going to be back until after the All-Star break. So which means there's an open spot in the All-Star team, and they announced that Sabonis is taking the spot off the bench, and Jason Tatum's getting moved to the starting lineup, which means Van Vliet got snubbed twice, not once but twice. And I can understand why, because it's not his position. It's obviously a forward position.
Yeah.
So, it's understandable. But, if there was anyone that should have made it, I mean, there's a debatable case between the two of them because both teams are pretty even in terms of their team record.
For sure.
Both teams have done enough for their team to keep them in that playoff contention. And I can't get mad at Sabonis getting picked over Van Vliet, but I definitely feel like he deserved to be on that team, but it is what it is.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I did want to talk about, other than the first quarter for Houston, when they jumped to their biggest lead, I believe it was 29-21, I believe. I think they were up to 8.
Yeah.
And then the Raptors closed out.
No, sorry. It was, were you talking about by the end of the first quarter? Or are you talking about like that lead they had from like the lead, right? Yeah. It was 29-21 at one point.
Yeah, so to your point when you said that you were tripping out about the fact that you were scared in the fourth when they were only down 6 when they had as big as a 20-point lead in the game, I just want to say that, I forgot that in the first quarter, Houston had a 29-21 lead. I believe that was the biggest lead in the whole game. And then the Raptors closed out that quarter on a 9-1 run to be down 31-30 at the end of the first quarter. For the most part, they kept a lot of them at bay. I mean, they still shoot the 3 a lot. Houston's I don't understand how they're still going with the same type of game style. Strategies like small ball. I know they don't got the bigs right now because they released DeMarcus and Christian Woods is injured with the ankle injury. But in terms of going small ball, it's not going to work. It hasn't worked for them in the playoffs. Maybe they might be able to get away with it when they had the talent back then with James Harden and them boys, right?
Yeah.
But without James Harden at the head of the snake, guys like PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon aren't effective. And especially with John Wall not being as lethal of a shooter, or as lethal as as an ISO player. I mean, I don't see that working, and that's why we were able to dominate them for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And-
for sure. And sorry, before you go, like I agree. Like I feel like the whole NBA and relying on the three ball is pretty stupid. Because remember we were talking about this the other day with the Denver game, right? They had like the whole right side wide open.
Yeah, they had like a 4-on-2 break.
No one cut to the basket, right? Like it's fundamental basketball, right? You cut to the basket and get open, boom, easy two, right? Why go for the win when you can get the easy tie? I mean, get the tie, right? Because like you're guaranteed more PT to fight it out. But
would you have been upset if Jamal Murray took that shot, or are you just upset because Campazzo took the shot and missed it?
No, I'm just upset that no one cut to the basket, right?
Yeah.
It should have been a foul though. Like that three you took.
Huh? Yeah.
Sorry, that three you took. I thought it was a foul because he got hit in the arm.
Who did?
Campazzo.
No one was even near him.
I mean, someone was in front of his face and hit his hand.
No, that whole side was completely empty.
Wait, who came? Who?
It was Monte Morris, Campazzo, and Michael Porter. Jamal Murray is the one who had the ball at the top with two people guarding him, and he passed it to Monte. I think he passed it to Campazzo, and he could have easily passed it to Michael Porter for the three, but he took it, and it was like all the way to the left side. It barely hit the rim.
There's someone that came in to try to defend the ball. I swear I saw that.
No, from what I remember, I saw the replay like 4 times. I don't think so.
But real shit though, like I'm a fan of basketball, right? Like to me that was a stupid play. But going back to Houston,
but that's the era though, now, right? Like 3-pointers is
Houston, right? Like man, Houston, we have a problem. Like you gotta change your game plan, right? Like you had DeMarcus Cousins, who is like a dominant center. You should like change your gameplay so that it's not relying heavily on three ball, and you get inside. You play off DeMarcus, but hey.
But that was a mutual agreement for them to separate because I mean he wanted to play with John Wall, but because of the fact that Christian Wood was getting a starting role, he wasn't happy with the fact that he's coming off the bench. So he's like, yo, bro, like if I'm not getting solid minutes like this, if you're not gonna use me in the lineup like the way I'm like how much I can dominate. Like he wants to get paid. He also wants to be on a contender. So when he's not getting both, he's not going to be happy, right? So he's a disgruntled star who wanted to leave. And now he has an opportunity to go to a team that could use his assets or his skills properly in their lineup. And I feel like, I don't know what it is, but since DeMarcus became available, Aaron Bates has stepped it up. He's hit a 3 in 3 straight games. And he's making most of his shots at the rim.
For sure. No, but sorry, one more thing. Like DeMarcus got to realize that like he's not the same DeMarcus from the Kings era. You know what I mean? Like he can't be wanting that massive ass contract and that long term. Sorry, that starting role. He can't demand that kind of shit because he ain't the same.
We're talking about DeMarcus here, a man with the biggest ego in the world, a guy that's coming up that many.
That's so true.
He has a chip on his shoulder. That man does not give a shit. He wants to get back to that 26, 15, and 7 player. But even if he doesn't do that, he can still get paid if he gives us a solid. Like I still think he's capable of dropping 15 and 10 in any game. Yeah. I think that's easy for him. I think he could be easy 20-10 guy if he just gets enough touches.
Sure.
And another thing about Aaron Baines, since we're on the topic of centers, ever since we started the segment of throwing people under the bus and putting the animation into the video, the man has been playing well. You notice that, right? He hasn't made the cut.
He hasn't made it. Yeah,
he hasn't made the cut once, and I'm just like, bro, like, it's. I don't know.
I have a template ready.
I know.
Just throw him under the bus for fun, right?
Just throw him under the bus. He's trying to work towards that gold star. That's what he's trying to do. In terms of the Houston Rockets players, John Wall led the way with 21 points and 12 assists with the block. And I think Victor Oladipo was lighting it up in the fourth. He had 27. He had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 36 minutes with 2 steals.
Both of them gave me kind of a scare because John Wall, remember that play when he went in and hurt his ankle a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And same with Oladipo. Like he started feeling some pain and discomfort in his ankle too. So it kind of gave me a scare too.
I think that was because Boucher stepped on his leg.
Yeah, like I don't want to see any more injuries, man. I want to see. There's not gonna be. I wish there was like one season where everyone's healthy. Like this is probably the one of the seasons where most people are getting injured, right?
Or sick.
Like
you're talking about the stars.
Yeah, like the stars get injured. Like like it's. I want to see a season where everyone's healthy and we go at it. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Imagine a matchup with like Brooklyn Nets with Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond.
100%. Nasty.
Like, that would be like the first time Kevin Durant's meeting them as a healthy team since he was on the OKC roster.
Yeah.
The Western Conference Finals. So like that would be a sick matchup. But back to this game though, Eric Gordon had 17 off. Was he in the starting lineup or did he come off the bench?
No, he was off the bench.
Yeah, he had 17 off the bench. He was the third leading scorer. Other than that, everyone was pretty subpar on the Houston Rockets side. You saw that little scrap, that little kerfuffle that Kyle Lowry had with
Nwamba.
David Nwamba. Kyle Lowry is he deserves
jokes.
He deserves an Oscar.
Yeah, I know. Now continue that play, right?
Yeah. He like fell to the floor, and like he was trying to agitate David Nwamba, but then he was getting pissed off. He got like 2 fouls in like 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, 10 seconds, and he had a 5th foul at that point. I was tripping out that he was gonna foul out. That was crazy. But let's see what else. The field goal percentage though. I'm looking at these stats. I'm trying to see if anything stands out, but the Raptors stats, they don't look like they're not that eye-popping. Like they didn't have a great game offensively, even though they put up 122 points. In terms of their efficiency, they only scored 45% from the field, 40 for 89, and they only held Houston to 43%, 39 and 91.
They only missed one free throw though.
Huh?
They only missed one free throw.
Yeah, the efficiency from the free throw line was great. This is the first time I've seen them get anything over 20 free throws in a game.
Yo, this is the first time, like, in a while, Raptors' turnover rate was pretty low compared to the like previous games.
Yeah, they had what? They had 12 turnovers?
Yeah.
Damn. I swear in the third quarter they only had 6. No? I swear they had like half of that.
Yeah, no, but I felt like in the fourth quarter they kind of gave it up because they had a few turnovers.
Yeah, they started playing sloppy. In the first quarter, they allowed their defense not to dictate the game, right? They're very lackluster on D in the first quarter, which is why they gave up 31 points in the first. And then, the game was pretty close again in the fourth, and they allowed Houston to score another 31 in the fourth quarter. The third quarter was their best quarter with only allowing 21 points. But every other quarter, they gave up 25 plus.
Yo, we dominated every quarter except for the fourth. The fourth is the one where we almost let them like take it.
Yeah.
But I think we're 500 now.
The first and the fourth quarter is where we were mediocre. But yeah, we're back to 500. So 17 now? 17?
17, yeah.
And we're playing Chicago on Sunday?
Yeah.
And the Detroit right after that.
That's going to be a good matchup.
I think so, yeah.
Detroit right after that, right? From three, we were 16 of 41 for 39%. That's solid. And Houston was 16 of 47. They literally live by that motto: live by the 3, die by the 3. And they died heavily by the 3 today. And rebounding, we were solid today because, when another team goes small ball against us or scale ball, whatever you want to call it, they get dominated by the Raptors because Raptors have small guards that can rebound as long as there aren't big bodies in the paint. And
our small guards like box out all the bigs like Freddie, Norman.
How do you think Lowry got a triple double today?
100%.
And Van Vliet averages like 5-6 boards a game. I think like the way he rebounds too.
Lowry's done well, yo.
He's learned a lot from Lowry over the years, but we were plus 11 on rebounding today.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 11, 48 to 37. Offensive rebounds, we were 11 to 7, plus 4. Assists, we were 29 to 23, plus 6. Steals, plus 2, 6 to 4. And blocks, we were a plus 3, 8 to 5. And like you said, turnovers, we were plus 1. We had 12, they had 11. Points in the paint, we usually dominate. Sorry, I cut you off, Praveen.
No, it's cool.
Points in the paint, we usually dominate, but we only have 40 points. They had 44, so we're minus 4.
It was crazy how they were dominant in the paint because we had
we were rebounding. We were dominating the rebounding.
Yeah.
They had no bigs, you saying?
Yeah, like our bigs are more dominant, not dominant, but like we're more at advantage.
They had that guy Justin Patton.
Justin Patton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was in there for a bit getting rebounds. It was mainly when Aaron Baines wasn't in the game that they were really taking advantage of the paint. Really, I think.
Sorry to cut you off, but even Sterling Brown, he had like 10 boards tonight.
Oh yeah, Sterling Brown. Yeah.
Sterling Brown.
Yeah, he had 10. He grabbed 10 boards. He had 3 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist.
But
in 19 minutes.
But one thing I want to mention is that we picked up that guy 10-day contract from
Dante Hall from the
D League. So like that might help us out with the pieces that we're missing.
We don't know if we're gonna give him minutes, but I did want to say Boucher had 8 boards, even though he didn't have a great offensive game in 27 minutes. 7 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists with 3 blocks. The surprise factor of the game was Aaron Baines scoring more than Boucher in a game.
Yeah, 100%. I was waiting for that point.
He had 9 points. What was it? 6 rebounds. I think he even had a block today. I remember him blocking somebody. And him 3, bro. He's starting his own streak like Van Vliet with consecutive 3s in a game, bro. He's at 3 right now.
Listen, if I really wanted to, I will give him a Guinness, but I ain't giving that guy a Guinness.
Van Vliet extended his lead. His 3-point streak to 66 games.
Yeah, I heard.
Straight from the first quarter, I think he made it 3.
Yeah.
But is that really a record though? I feel like Steph Curry would probably.
No, he's second in the league right now. Steph Curry is first, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Van Vliet's right after him. Yeah, I think Steph's like a 90 something. I think.
Wow.
Terrence Davis. Oh, you know what? Forget I said Watanabe. Terrence Davis deserves to be on that bus.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, I was telling this guy off camera. I was like,
let's talk about who's on the bus.
Terrence Davis looks like a Tamil guy playing basketball right now, bro. at the YMCA.
At the YMCA with the headband.
Yeah, the headband. Yeah, bro. I was gonna give it to Watanabe because I haven't seen that guy's been like non-existent on the court since being baptized by Anthony Edwards. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You seen when he came in? I was talking to Browns about this.
Yeah.
He came in and he tripped. When he got the ball, he tripped. I'm still traumatized.
He thought Anthony Edwards is still in the game. He's tripping out. But he
wrong team.
Yeah, he saw Anthony Edwards' ghost and he tripped out as soon as he got in the game. But he wasn't. He had a couple buckets there in the third and fourth quarter. He had 4 points and a couple boards, but you don't see that aggressiveness on the rebounding and the defense right now. I don't know if he's so shook or if it's just because he's coming back from the ankle injury, but
no, but honestly, like Terrence Davis has not been the same ever since since last year before the bubble. You know what I mean? Like
he's had some good games. He just hasn't been consistent.
Yeah.
You think the charges are back on his shoulders? I'm just joking.
I hope not.
No, but Stanley Johnson, bro, that guy, I don't know. He had one opportunity to shoot an open 3 and he tossed it somewhere else.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that? I don't know what it is. I think it's because he doesn't have consistent minutes anymore, so he's tripping out to do certain things because he doesn't want to mess up.
Yeah, because he wants to show them what's good, right? He wants to
what did you think was? Yeah, sorry. What were you saying? He wants to show everyone what's good.
No, he wants to show the coaches he's not a terrible player. Give him minutes. You don't want to be making the wrong plays at the wrong time.
He's about to get shipped out to Cleveland for Andre Drummond.
They did him dirty though, man, because he was doing good for a good amount of games, right?
Yeah, but what did you think was going to happen when DeAndre Bembry started playing really well?
Yeah, I know.
Got Patrick McCall coming back. Kyle Lowry's obviously back in the lineup again. And Terrence Davis is obviously there, but Stanley Johnson, if he's not going to provide anything offensively, the only times he's going to get to play is when there's a small forward matchup that need to be guarded, right? Needs to be guarded, or when OG Anunoby is in foul trouble like today. That's why he got minutes in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Even McCall, you're still he's trying to adjust. You know what I mean? McCall is still trying to adjust.
Yeah, for sure. McCall, he's still getting his legs under him because he's been out for 2 years.
For sure.
You good, bro? You want a pillow and a blanket? All in all, though, I think we should be able to go on a 3-game winning streak if we can take care of business this weekend.
Yeah.
Is it a back-to-back against Chicago and Detroit?
No,
No.
Chicago's on Sunday and then things on Tuesday.
Okay. First time we're saying Dwayne Casey for the season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I'm
about to get
looking
married.
forward to seeing the Bulls, man. Bulls are my squad, so
Zach LaVine, bro. Zach LaVine's tearing
yeah,
it up right now.
I'm excited to see Zach LaVine. I'm excited to see Laurie Markkinen.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Bro, I never thought Zach LaVine would be better than Wiggins right now.
For sure.
I don't think anyone did. I mean,
I
No,
know.
but
I
honestly,
didn't.
man, like Andrew Wiggins is good, but Andrew Wiggins is lazy. You know what I mean? Like
he doesn't have. He's like Hassan Whiteside. He doesn't have that consistent motor.
yeah, like
Mhm.
his game is still the same from first year. Like he hasn't developed yet. He's still like he's like a
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
huh?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He peaked as soon as he got into the league.
No man. And Andrew Wiggins is if he put in the work and like legit like developed himself, he would be sick. But this guy got lazy, got the money, he's living life.
That's why like he got paid too early, and on top of that, that's why I never wanted him to come to the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say from that draft class, though, the fact that Andrew Wiggins and Jabari Parker went first, but guys like Zach LaVine, who went like 14th or something in that draft, or 10th, I can't remember. He was somewhere in that double-digit category. Joel Embiid went right after those two. He was obviously clearly one of the best players in that draft. Nikola Jokic was in that draft as a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Gobert was at the end of the first round. You got who else was there? Yeah,
There's
those
a lot of guys in that draft. I forget who.
I believe it. Well, the main guys was Joel Embiid, Zach LaVine.
Embiid would have won first if he didn't get injured. Like, he had an injury.
Who would you have taken first out of those four players? I mean, three, because Gobert would have been the fourth out of all of those guys.
Yeah, no. From what I saw with Embiid's highlights in college, I would have took Embiid over Wiggins, and then I would have took Embiid.
He didn't play for 2 years though. Would you have been okay with that?
Yeah, I mean that's fine, bro. Like he was known as the next Hakeem Olajuwon. Like his footwork and everything. It's like similar to what Hakeem did.
But if he plants that foot too hard, he might break it and end up.
Well, he didn't play.
Man weighs like 270, not even 270, probably like 3.
He's like 285 or something.
Yeah, the guy's huge, bro.
Yeah, he's fucking.
No, go ahead.
No. I swore just now. That's why.
It's all good. I don't think anyone's going to catch that unless they're watching the whole podcast. But unless they're really listening, people probably exit out after the first 30 seconds, right? I'm just joking. What do you? Any other final thoughts on the Houston?
Who's your?
Houston?
So the bus is.
Yeah,
Boucher.
we already agreed on this. Hands up. Chris Boucher definitely is number one. I would throw OG Anunoby in there as riding shoddy. And you got Terrence Davis looking at the back trying to find the snacks and stuff and whatnot.
I just feel like Terrence Davis deserves a ride in that bus just because I don't see the exact same Terrence Davis that I once saw. I don't know what's going on with him, but he's got to figure a way back.
You know what it is with Terrence Davis, though? Like, I really noticed this. He needs to work on his handle, and until he does, he needs to learn how to just be a spot-up shooter in the corners.
Yeah. I feel like he does too much.
He's doing what Norman Powell used to do when he would just run into the paint out of control and like lose the ball or like miss an open layup or something like that. He looks like Norman Powell when he first like got proper minutes and he got too excited with it. That's what he looks like right
now. But Powell looks amazing now. Yo. Keep it up, Powell.
Yeah, Powell. I mean, now that he knows he has a starting role, especially if we continue to go with the small ball lineup, I feel like Norman Powell, I don't think they should remove him out of the starting lineup just because that might mess up his confidence.
Sure.
And I feel like the steady minutes he's getting with the rest of the guys, it's also making it easier for him to score because there's other offensive threats, like a potential like all-star caliber guy like Van Vliet or a 6-time all-star like Lowry or an all-star like Pascal Siakam. Like when you're playing with those guys together, the defense isn't just focused on you. It's harder to just focus on one person, right? And I feel like his game has opened up a lot more with him being in the starting lineup with those guys.
For sure.
Well, speaking of Powell, who's your star?
I'm gonna have to go with the back-to-back gold star with Kyle Lowry. I feel like he by far, no matter how many points no matter how many points Powell scored, no matter how many points Powell or Van Vliet scored today, I felt like Lowry stood up from start to finish.
He set the tone.
Yeah, he set the tone. He ended the momentum when it was a time for the other team to go on a run. Yeah. Like he hit those big threes throughout the game, just not in the first quarter, just not in the fourth quarter, but throughout the whole game. through all 4 quarters, and you could see that in the game. He was rebounding like a beast. All I saw was him rebounding the ball. I felt like he should have had at least 20 boards the way he was rebounding today. And
I'm glad he's back, man.
Yeah, and assist-wise, he should have had a couple more assists if they had made a few more shots. But I'm happy he got a triple-double. He has 16 for his career as a Raptor. I think I mentioned that earlier in this podcast.
Yeah.
And the rest of the Raptors only have 13 altogether, which is crazy. And
that's insane.
So he's a GROAT, greatest Raptor of all time.
Yes. And then we got Kawhi Leonard. Then we got Vince Carter, and then DeRozan.
And you got Jonas, Mr. Jonas.
Don't forget Utah Watanabe. He's gonna be known for being on the opposite end of the poster. You know what I want to say about Zach LaVine when you guys are mentioning it before we end this podcast?
Yeah.
Bro, Zach LaVine's now in the All-Star game. Zion's in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
LeBron's in the All-Star game. Paul George is in the All-Star game. Jaylen Brown's a decent dunk. There's gonna be so many dunkers.
So many dunks, yeah, I know.
There's gonna be 2 dunk contests on the same day.
You think Brown will be in the dunk contest?
He was teasing it. I don't know if he is for sure. Obi Toppin is gonna be there.
Yeah, Toppin's in
the dunk contest. Yeah, I'll let you see that. I want to see John Morant in dunk off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if Zion gets in, I think John Morant might go.
Yeah.
But enough about all the other guys and all the other teams. What's your final thoughts on this game? Any final thoughts?
Good win.
Huge win. Huge win. I'm glad we're back to 500. I can't wait to see the next 2 games and then see where that goes.
These 2 games, like you said, we gotta win it because these are like winnable games.
The 2 losses to Philly and Miami would have been a lot worse had Boston and New York been winning continuously, consistently, but they lost as well, so it kept us in the same playoff seed.
Seeding, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and now we're back to 500. I think by Tuesday night we should be back up 2 games over 500 at 19 and 17. But yeah, we'll be back with another late night Raptors recap on Sunday night. Usually Sunday night.
Sunday night. It's an
earlier game. I think it's probably a 6 o'clock game, right?
It's at 7.
7 on a Sunday?
Sunday,
yeah. I miss those 3 o'clock games now.
Yeah, there's those 12:30 games, the 1 o'clock games, the 3 o'clock games.
I swear, don't those games mess us over though? Like,
I don't know. It depends on the matchup. I mean, if you're playing Chicago or Detroit, I'm down to play at any time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Those teams aren't that great. I know, Chicago's actually pretty good this year. They're in
Kobe White. Shout out to Kobe White.
Yeah, Washington, Chicago, those teams are all playing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
But we'll see. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow my boys. They're telling you exactly what to do. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit it. Hit it, because we're going to be lit every single day. But till then, stay blessed, stay woke, and please stay safe. Peace.